I have a Craftsman LT2000 that is surging horribly and loses power and stalls when under a load or hill. I've already replaced the carbeurator, spark plug, voltage regulator, air filter, fuel lines, and battery. I'm at a loss.
When did you last clean or perform maintenance on your Craftsman tool or machine? How old is it?
I just bought it from Craigslist. It ran well when I purchased it. And I even got a few cuts out of it before this excessive surging issue. The maintenance I just listed is it.
How long has this been going on with your Craftsman? What have you tried so far?
Well, I listed what I tried so far in my first paragraph.
Anything else we should know to help you best?
I changed the oil last night, didn't seem to help, but the old oil was very dirty. I also changed the oil, it was very dirty. I bought it used, only had it 1 month. I got a few good cuts, 0.5 acres, but was always weak on power and surging. Now it stalls under load.
Hello. Thank you for choosing JustAnswer. My name is. Will be happy to assist you. The phone call is only optional and is not needed for this discussion.
Hello, Donald.
Hello. Thanks for your response. I will need to ask you some troubleshooting questions as we go.
Okay.
You stated that you replaced your fuel lines. Did you clean your fuel tank internally?
No, I didn't, but it appears not to be dirty. The vent works fine, and I tried to run it with the cap off. The fuel line delivers plenty of fuel. A new spark plug was blackened quickly, seems way too rich of a mix. I've replaced the carb. By the way, this is a Kohler 17.5 command style engine.
Thanks for this information. The reason I asked is that sometimes your fuel cap can become brittle and fall into your fuel tank and settle over your outlet, restricting your fuel flow.
I'm pretty sure that's not it. Also, the old carb was clean inside. No gum. If I run it with the air filter off, I can spray starter fluid into the intake and get it to run normally. The governor surges a lot on its own without my adding the spray.
What if you partially choke your carburetor? Does your engine run smoother or about the same?
Sometimes that helps. Even with full choke it runs well. I've tried adjusting the carb mix, but I'm not sure really how. It seems to run best when I turn the screw all the way in, but then it races at idle and still stalls with low power under load.
What if you hold the throttle lever on your carburetor? Will the surging still exist?
No, I can get it to run well. But after about 5 to 10 seconds of that, it begins to stall, since it wants to regulate the flow, but my finger won't let it. You mean the throttle, governor arm, right?
Yes, correct. Based on your last statement, our problem is still fuel/carburetor related than internal governor related.
In my troubleshooting, I actually put the old carb back on, and whether new or old, I have the same result.
Have you tried spraying carburetor cleaner around your intake area to see if the carburetor cleaner causes your engine to change? The purpose of this test is to check for an air leak.
Do you mean the air intake?
Yes, correct.
No. That is just a dirty hose from the muffler going to the bottom of the air filter. I don't see anything special about it. Is that the breather tube? Black hose.
Yes, it is a breather tube. Did you try spraying the area where your carburetor mounts to your intake manifold?
The breather tube is very loosely fit into the engine body, and held with a clamp at the carb. The end in the engine has large gaps. Are you talking about the gasket seal area between the engine and the carb?
Yes, correct.
I didn't, but when I changed the carb I oiled the gasket to help prevent any leaks.
Is your new carburetor an OEM carburetor or is it an aftermarket carburetor?
$18 aftermarket. I'm not able to run it at the moment.
I haven't had much success with the aftermarket Kohler replacement carburetors. However, if your carburetor is okay, then it is possible that your intake valve is not properly sealing, or you may have a head gasket issue.
I assume the head gasket is a bigger job. I had to replace a flywheel on a Craftsman many years ago. Is it that involved?
It is not too difficult. To check for a blown head gasket, start your engine and allow it to reach operating temperature although it is surging. Shut your engine off and remove your dipstick. If you see smoke coming from your dipstick tube, your head gasket is very likely blown. Kohler has free full service manual online.
Would that cause the symptoms I described?
If air is sucking in, this can cause your symptoms.
Okay. So air leak sounds like the suspect. Any other thing I should hunt for?
I would focus on air leaks and possibly an intake valve issue. Also, you may have possibly gotten a faulty new carburetor. Free service manual, click here. I attached a link to a free service manual for you to use as a reference.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Would a dirty muffler cause this?
Not likely. It will not hurt to check your muffler. Process of elimination.
Can I continue the discussion? I changed the gasket and now the engine clunks and bangs. Won't stay running without starter fluid spray.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.